Rakdos Prison. We're going to keep on the prison theme tonight. We're going to actually go back to Tergrid, God of Fright, or the other side being the Lantern, Tergrid's Lantern. If you're not familiar with this, basically when our opponents discard a card, if Tergrid is on that flip side there, the top side, you get to potentially keep it if it's a permanent. If it's not, then it just goes away. However, on the Tergrid Lantern side, if your opponent decides not to sack a permanent or discard, they take 3, and you can actually activate this multiple times here with 1 black and 3 colorless. So that's kind of the main piece here. You can treat this as more of a 4-drop and occasionally as a 5-drop in this list. Otherwise, we have Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Lightning Bolts, things to interact with our opponents, Angrath's Rampage, and Dreadbore, because when our opponents sacrifice things, you can also get them as soon as they hit the bin. Some Seasoned Pyromancers, Bone Crushers, Lilianas, and Chandras round out things with K commands, and that's what we're going to do. Let's play. I'm done talking. We're going. 100 play points. Let's burn them. Let's play better here, right? We can do better. It's only 10 o'clock. Plenty of time to lose another 5. Deep breath. Focus. Adjust the headphones. We're going to be good. We got this. How's everyone's Friday going? It is Friday after all, right? It's been a very long week here in the South. It's good to hear, Odysseus. Good to hear. Look at this. Everyone's scared of us. We can't even find our first opponent. Let's go. Most important game is the next one. Forget about the rest. That is a good idea. Let's go. Yes. This looks good. We'll keep. Double Thoughtseize really wrecks people sometimes. Oh, we got the good luck. Good luck. Have fun. We're going to suggest that to our opponent. Why? Because maybe that's all we needed. Whoa. We'll take Thoughtseize here. We can bolt away the Monastery Swiftspear, and we can steal the other Death Shadow. Looking good already. Bloodstained Mire for my opponent. Blood Crypt, Swiftspear. Attack for 1. Nice. All right, let's shock in here. Let's go ahead and kill the Swiftspear and Thoughtseize them one more time. Dismember and a Death Shadow. I will take the Death Shadow. Good luck, opponent. I don't even care about that Dismember. Bloodstained Mire and the Prison elements are in effect here. Ooh. All right, if we miss... I mean, I kind of want to just throw this down right now. Is it safer to throw it down now? Take another 2. Let's think about this. We've made some hasty decisions already, and they've really screwed us up here. I think if we were to play this down, we go to 11, but that seems safe. Now, they have a Swiftspear. They could have more. Shocking and going to 11, but we get the bridge. I think that's just the right play here. My luck, they'll top deck a Thoughtseize, and I'll just twiddle my thumbs going, what have I done? Bridge, go. Like, the next play here is easily just play Chandra. If we top deck here. We're on the path to victory. Look at that call. Getting the bridge down under their nose. Woo! I'm a genius. Feels good. There's a Thoughtseize. Let's make them discard a card, and then, yeah, we'll just fire off the Thoughtseize. Crocs are doing Crocs of things. What's funny is we don't attack, but the bridge is going to protect us. I'm feeling good about this. They get rid of a Blood Crypt, and we fire off here. I know there's at least a Dismember over there. And a Marsh Flats. Nice. 9 to 11. This game is interesting. Okay. What's next? I could use a land. How about you, opponent? Marsh Flats, it's a good land. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're not allowed to tap. All right, fish is fine. Fish is fine. It's not food. Extra prison components here. Make sure they won't attack us. Or fetch him. Marsh Flats, 9-9. Ooh, look at that swamp. Look at that swamp. All right, we do hit here, which means we do get to Croxa. Good for us. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a big deal. The Croxa's not going to do a whole lot here. We just make them discard an Inquisition. We're not attacking. Things are interesting. A little Swift Spear. Play... I'm gonna hold this. We're gonna hold for a turn, see if this punishes us or not. There's a Street Wraith. Maybe they'll Thought Seize me. You never know. Bobble. Okay. Swift Spear's too big to attack. Not that they were gonna attack into Croxa. Do they play K Command? They probably do. Takes a look at what we're drawing. Drawing a Bone Crusher Giant. Let's just pass the turn. We'll fire this off probably at their face. I would imagine they might have a few K commands. Extra Swift Spear, extra goodness, extra bobble. It's so weird because I could fetch here. I might go ahead and fetch because we could hit Tergrid. That wouldn't be bad. But I'd probably play the Lantern side at this point. Let's go ahead and fetch, go to 8. I think we're okay to go to 8 here. Now they get to see what we're drawing. That's fine. If they want to. They do. Checking it out. Look at that. Inquisition. What an Inquisition. We'll pass the turn with this Inquisition. That way I can at least target them. If they have something that they don't want me to be stealing, at least I'll have an opportunity to possibly steal it here. 2 cards are drawn. My opponent could also be playing Bolt, by the way. There's a Crox of their own. Ooh, they have the new Croxa. Look at that art. Look at that art. Nice. Nice. All right, we'll play the Bloodstained Mire down. They can get Croxa from the yard if they want to here. We're actually just probably battling between having Croxas. That Croxa art's really sweet looking. Would agree. I love the border too. If we get back to Paper Magic and I build one of the Croxa lists, you can guarantee I want this. Is this foil and non-foil or what? I don't remember if they have a non-foil version. I hope they do. All right, my opponent doesn't reanimate their Croxa here. They like whatever card they've got. I'm gonna go ahead and fetch Thinning the Library ever so slightly here. I'm actually gonna go get a basic Swamp on the off chance my opponent's playing Blood Moon. Okay. Let's go ahead and play a Liliana down. This is intriguing to me. I get to potentially steal away whatever card they have in their hand. Up we go past turn. It could be a Thought Seize that they just didn't want to burn. I like both of them, but I really, really appreciate this Croxa. And so you're telling me that there's a foil and a non-foil. It is a secret layer, but some of them, I think the fairies, was it the fairies that had foils only? That was kind of disappointing. I would have liked non-spice. Here comes the K command here to take out one bridge. Ironically, at this point, they could deal 2 to me and pick up Croxa. They decide to pick up Street Wraith and deal 2, it looks like. To me, I don't see a reason to do Street Wraith there, other than they get to cycle, I guess. But why would you cycle? Trying to hit what, Bolt or something? And then we made you discard a Bobble. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Now they play Croxa from the yard here, and I go to 2. This is getting sketchy. I need a bolt. There's a dread boar. One, two, three, four. So let's go ahead and Dreadbore away, I don't know, a Death Shadow here, and then uptick Liliana. I'm wondering if there's a point where I can make myself sacrifice my own Kroxa. They don't have anything in their hand, and then I could, like, bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get a fetch land, I could do that. It's a new Death Shadow. We have a way to win this. It's a very weird way. That does it. That does it, right? Kroxa? Boom. We'll keep this one. And if I needed to do 6 here, I could sacrifice my own self and hit him again because I have 5 cards. That works. So what we were trying to do is set up where they wouldn't have a card in hand. Liliana Edict ourself. Kroxa goes to the graveyard. And if we had that fetch land, for example, we'd have 5 cards plus the Kroxa, and we get to reanimate it and get the thing. There's the fetch land. Get the things going. Dreadbore, my own Bone Crusher. That would put the extra card in the graveyard. That would have done it. That's big brain. We're not that big brain. We haven't been that big brain all night long. All right, Kalitas and Damnation's here. We're going to take one Tergrid out. Tempted to take a couple Thoughtseizes out too. They might just be important, though. Let's take a Bone Crusher Giant out and one Thoughtseize. Cam Draven, what list do you play? Because you've always got very good lines, and my brain is just slowly melting away, and I'm not playing well. And you got the good stuff. Collective Brutality? No, I don't think so. If they were more heavily spell-based than the creatures that they are on, I'd maybe consider it. You could have made maybe an argument for the Nile Spell Bomb or the Surgical because they're playing their own Kroxas. But I think we'll be okay like this. I don't know. Something tells me this is the right idea. Let's keep this. All right, Blood Crypt, a Swift Spear. Cool. We get to just bolt this and pass the turn. Seems like a great start here. We have an Angrath's Rampage that I can play next. They don't give me a reason to, though. Let's Kroxa here. Kroxa's not bad being pitched by the Seasoned Pyromancer, but let's just get a discard in here. Basically a Raven's Crime for 2. That might fill their graveyard enough that they're interested in potentially getting a Gurmag Angler out, and then our Angrath's Rampage is just that much more potent. We'll see. They're kind of working their way up to a lot of mana. Let's do a Seasoned Pyromancer. Let's get rid of Kalitas and Chandra. I actually like both Angrath's Rampage here. I know that seems silly, but it's going to be the way I interact with my opponent. K-Command's great here as well, and the fetch allows me to play Kroxa. This is all falling together. I like this. I like our spot. No, they bolted him. Bye, Seasoned Pyromancer. All right, we're fetching. We're doing some fetches here with Bloodstained Myers. Blood Crypt. Gonna fetch again. Another Blood Crypt. All the mana in the world. And a Gurmag Angler. So here's this perfect example. Let's go ahead and Inquisition to see what else they're got. Fatal Push, Fatal Push. We'll take one of those. And we can super easy make them sacrifice a creature. Ba-boom. Get out of here. And then attack them for 2. Go ahead, opponent. This is all coming together. Ooh, I love it. This is working really nicely, everybody. Ooh. Well, we know it's a Fatal Push and an Inquisition. So just Fatal Push to beat here. They draw a random card. So Fatal Push and a random card. It's a mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's attack for 2. Oh, they floating mountain. We'll attack for 2 here, and I'm tempted to just Inquisition. The reason for the Inquisition here is they fire off the Fatal Push, but the Fatal Push doesn't kill a Kroxa. That's my next play. Cool. All right. So we clear the hand here. We have an Edict effect for them, and then we have Kroxa showing up. I don't think it can get much better than this. Red, red, black, black. Let's get rid of some lands in here. This. Bam. Make them discard. Swing with our little elemental. It was a bolt they discarded. They didn't want to take the extra 3 here with the Kroxa. My opponent finds a young Pyromancer. Nice. Well, bye-bye. Make them sacrifice, swing with the team. And we're good. We won the match. We're turning it around, and we played awesome by playing the bridge before my opponent could Thoughtseize us. We got there. We got there. Whew. Let's go again. This may just be the prison list going forward. Not because it's maybe the greatest, but because I love playing it. If your opponent makes 2 or 3 land drops, you're playing a tier 2 deck? What? Is that from the video? All right, we play first, no lands. Easy throwback. We need lands. There we go. All right, keep. We're going to get rid of a Tergrid. Even though I've been baited into keeping that before, I want to do that. I've got Seasoned Pyromancer to go digging. We got a nice Bloodstained Mire here. We got an Inquisition. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's look like a Rack player. Oh my gosh, it's Storm. I'm going to take this Opt because I'm a madman. I'm not going to take Baral. They won't top deck a second Baral. They'll never do it. Dang it. They found their land. Oh well. Well, we'll go ahead and Inquisition away the Baral. Pass the turn. Super easy turn there. We'll see if they want to do some Manamorphosing, looking for things. We got more discard here in the Kroxa. It may be more important to use Seasoned Pyromancer, ditching Kroxa, and trying to find a way to reanimate the Kroxa. If we do that, then we'll have an active Kroxa, which is pretty nice. Or we can just like make them discard everything. They need a bit of a critical mass of cards. Let's go ahead and start with a Kroxa here. And then we'll Thoughtseize. We're starting with Kroxa because if they had, say, a Remand, I'd want them to Remand this and then steal whatever else. I don't have Leyline in the sideboard because we want things to hit the graveyard because of Tergrid. There's a Grape Shot. We'll leave this with a Thoughtseize next. There's a Baral. You get to steal a Baral now. Looking good. We have double Manamorphose and Pyretic Ritual to beat. Looking all right. Scared, but all right. They're going to burn a Manamorphose here. I have Nile Spell Bombs and Surgicals. We have Collective Brutalities as well, and we have a Damping Sphere. So they burn one Manamorphose. We may burn the second. They do so. Just trying to draw through some of their cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. A fetch land here allows me to play Kroxa. No fetch land, we just slam Seasoned Pyromancer. Discard a different card and then hope to hit a land. Opponent's missed for a third land drop. That's good for us. Bridge is a no-go in this matchup. They could empty the Warrens us, but I'm guessing their plan is Grape Shot. All right, well, we have the backup bridge if we get there. Cool. All right. On you, opponent. What do you top deck? Serum Visions. It's a redraw. Scrying. I'm feeling okay where we're at. Oh gosh, they scryed both to the top. I don't feel good anymore. I don't feel good. Oh. Blood Crypt. All right, Lightning Bolts for later. Let's go ahead and get a Kroxa down, make them discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Discard here, attack with Seasoned Pyromancer plus Elemental, and we have the Bolt, so we're getting there. Pyretic Ritual out. At least we get them to discard every turn here. What that does for us, we'll find out here. You guys are talking about that video, I'm guessing. I'll have to go watch the full thing. I might have not exactly watched the full thing. All right, let's swing with the team here. Make them discard again. We've got the Bolt as backup here. We're doing something. Pyretic Ritual. Gifts Ungiven. We have 2 unknown cards. We give them 2 more here. Boy. Oh, it makes sense. I'm sure it's just delivered in a way that would make sense. All right, gifts. Past land, ritual. It's interesting because the Kroxa allows them to put the Past in Flames potentially into the yard. I can give them the land and the Past in Flames, which I think is the best option here. So they have land and Past in Flames. I imagine they'll just throw Past in Flames to the yard. There goes Past in Flames to the yard. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can put them to 3. I did not play my land for the turn. They play the red side of this. Okay. Holding Bolt in case they have like Baral plus ritual effects. There's ritual effect number 1. It's spliced onto Arcane here. Using the other one now. So they splice these. So now they get a Past in Flames and they have a whole bunch of ritual effects plus Manamorphoses. Okay. If there's any way for them to take 2 more points of damage, I'd be happy. Extra Past in Flames. He might be dead. I feel like we are. We'll see, though. They don't have, like, Brawl or anything. They're up to 9. They need to get to 13. Which looks like they can with a Manamorphose and a Desperate Ritual plus a Serum Vision or 2. Dang. They got us because they're able to make all the discards and stuff. We have an Op Manamorphose and a Grape Shot. They have enough to kill us. Bummer. Bummer. They might make a mistake. You never know. Serum Visions as well here. Plenty of draws. Oh, I've seen the name. Another Opt here. Another Manamorphose. Making more blue. I don't know what they're doing. Just seeing how high they can get the storm count before they grape shot us. All right. All right, this is good enough. Good enough. Sideboard we go. So we have Surgicals, Nile, Spell Bombs, Damping Sphere here, and Collective Brutalities, all of which I would be happy to be playing. Let's see here. We're going to keep Bridging to keep them honest. Honestly, Bone Crusher Giant doesn't seem very good. Chandra, Tergrid. Can't escape the snowstorms. Zale. I should ban you. What's up, Last God? You're here for realsies now? Well, that's nice of you. We're trying to take down Storm. I'm gonna take all the Chandras out. This doesn't feel like a Chandra matchup to me. We could actually, let's do this. You know what? Let's bring one Chandra back in. Why are you banning yourself? Why are you banning yourself? Let's play first. Do we like this? We don't have any of our sideboard cards. Oh. We have yet another offer in yet another place? What offer is that? Okay, we're going to keep this. I have quite a bit of discard. I'm just going to Crocs them, destroy whatever card they've got. We're going to be good. Don't worry, everyone. You think it's too slow? Well, we've kept, so it'll be just too slow. Ah, trying to buy a house. That's exciting. We're refinancing, and apparently refinancing is like buying a whole house again. Did not know. Seems strange. Basically, you buy the house from yourself. That doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, you know, that's what's going on. Don't buy a house, ownership sucks? I don't know. Our home ownership's been pretty fine. All right, we're trying to make them discard a card. We're gonna try to get this lightning bolt going. Behold the multiverse. Two mana. We have a ritual here. This isn't a good sign. Aria of Flame. That's a really bad sign. Alright. Now this is clearly becoming too slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. How's the Tergrid brew going? We've run into Storm, which isn't exactly what I want to be running into. I guess it's going okay. I need my Nile Spellbound or Surgical. I wasn't planning on dealing with an Aria of Flame. I forget that Storm has this because we don't play against Storm as often as we probably would like to. Going to bolt my opponent here on the off chance I get another fetch, which I don't hit. Let's go ahead and put down the lantern, or attempt to. They look like they're holding up what appears to be a remand. And we'll fire this off. They might just take the 3. I mean, there's not much of a problem with it. Lamp mode? It's lamp mode. Yeah, see, they just take it. They just take it. Now they're just going to storm off and kill me here. Maybe we should have mulliganed. Azael, you don't have to work tomorrow, right? That's why you're up? You don't have to go to bed at like 4 p.m.? Oh, they don't do anything. What? Oh gosh, I have a fetch land now. I can fetch and get Kroxa. I guess we'll start here. They were happy to keep all their cards last time. You're off till next Thursday? That's good. That's good. Let's go ahead and fetch. We're not really planning for this to do anything crazy. We're just going to get Kroxa down. Make Kroxa do Kroxa things. I do make them discard a card, which is kind of nice. We're at 25 and they're at 11. Things are getting interesting here. This is just a counter. Pyretic Ritual. Okay. Gifts. Remands after using Pyretic Ritual. Okay. Now what? Bolts me. Okay. They're doing everything to us. And bolts me again. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm down to 5. Oh my gosh, I'm almost dead. I'm almost dead. No, I'm dead. We kept a bad hand. We kept a bad hand. 2-0 to 0-2. Let's turn around and get another 2-0 here. Back to normal work week on the next week. You're working 3 p.m. to 1 a.m.? Zale, we're going to have to replace you. You're not going to be here. Who do you delegate your mod duties to? If you were to play a no ban list modern, but you got to ban 1 card going into the tournament for everybody, what card would you ban? How many people are in the tournament so I know what the ban pool size is? Next level question. For one night. It's important, Zale. Basic island. Let's say 16 people. So 16 people are going to come up with the ban list. If people choose the same thing, there's no repick. Are there any limitations on what you can pick? Let's play first. Let's mulligan. All right, this hand looks good. Keep. I'm gonna get rid of a Bone Crusher Giant, I think. Yes. We're gonna Thoughtseize into all this great stuff. I don't know, I gotta think about that one. Pick Hogak. You almost wouldn't pick something that people wouldn't think of. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize our opponent. That, or if you have a specific list you wanted to play, then you could go there and try to figure it out from there. What would hurt you the most? I think I'm going to take this Cryptic Command. This Cling to Dust is kind of annoying, though. I think honestly, you would probably pick something that's already on the ban list because I just don't want to deal with it. Like Seething Song, I believe, is on the ban list, which scares me quite a bit. I think Top is in Modern, isn't it? And that would probably make really slow games. KCI is probably not a bad pick if you're the only picking and not thinking of what others. If you know kind of what other people are likely to pick, there may be some value in that. You pick Summer Bloom. Fair. I was gonna say, if there's something kind of broken around the 2 or 3 converted mana cost, then it might be worth taking out. You could also go really weird and pick something that no one would expect you to pick. What I mean by that is you could pick, like, I don't know, Liliana or something. You could literally do something strange like that, and that would really mess people up. Exactly. You could pick Lightning Bolt and mess someone up that's coming in to play Burn. They're like, wait, what'd you do? Like, yeah, I did that. All right. Hit the land here. I'm going to try to play Tergrid down. And if we fail here, I can K-command it back. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. I like the backside here on this one, though. Just because the card discard and the ability to tap it again feels like a good idea here. I don't expect them to immediately cling the Tergrid out of the yard, so the K command could pick it back up. All right, they force us. So it actually gets exiled. Never mind. My whole plan here to pick it back up just got voided by a... There you go. Name Force a Negation. All right, what do we got here? Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize here. See if the coast is clear for a Chandra. I know I can't play the Chandra immediately, but maybe I can like K-command next and make them discard again or something. Look at that. Drown the lock. Get out of here. All right, coast is technically clear. We'll see what they get off. Thought Scour plus a normal draw. Our Angrath's Rampage is actually decent if they play a Planeswalker. My opponent Thought Scours me, and I ditch a Marsh Flats and then Blight Step. We have a follow-up here. Ooh, a Snapcaster. We unyield briefly here because I'm going to K-command. I'm guessing they're going to like Thought Scour or Cling. Yeah, they decide to Thought Scour again. I'm going to allow them to Thought Scour me potentially because I can K-Command kill Snapcaster. If I make them discard, they're discarding one of the 3 lands. If I find a creature in my yard that I really want, I want to pick it back up. I'm hoping they go after me here. And they do. Thought Scour resolves. There's a Seasoned Pyromancer and a Bone Crusher Giant. So let's return creature from your graveyard to your hand and do 2 damage. I'm going to pick up this Seasoned Pyromancer. Cool. And we know they can't force this. Clear for takeoff. There's a castle. We have 2 unknown cards here. Really tempted to try this Chandra here because we know they were relatively clear. So let's go ahead and see if we can resolve this. They would have had to pick up a counterspell, and they ended up doing that. Drown the lock. We're also a bit afraid of a Cling because of the Kroxa. Islands played. River of Tears, 2 unknowns. A bridge that I don't want. Let's try for a Seasoned Pyromancer ditching Kroxa and bridge. This way it doesn't become as obvious and apparent to my opponent that I put a Kroxa into the yard. Maybe they'll ignore it. Or maybe they'll just counter this. Counter draw. Alright. Maybe they'll cling away the Seasoned Pyromancer. You like make them discard and pick up a Bone Crusher Giant. Interesting. All right, Marsh Flats here. This may be worth waiting 1 more turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just wait here until they're either tapped out or not. I want another land here so I can Kroxa and immediately use the Kroxa so we avoid the Cling here. D20, thank you for the gifted sub to Plays MTG. Zurich. You get these sweet new emotes. Welcome. Look at these sweet new emotes you get. Also, for many of the subs, we do have a sub-only Discord. You can come check that out. So second link, hook up your Twitch to it. All right, they're using this now. Let's go ahead and get this Seasoned Pyromancer back. Scrying here is really good for them. I didn't really want to shock, but we did it anyway. Seasoned Pyromancer, get this back. Cool, cool, cool. How many boils on the side? We took them all out before playing this league. Happened to run into the island person. Unfortunate, I guess. Polluted Delta there. That scry, by the way, was 2 bottoms. 2 bottoms. All right, let's go ahead and attack with the Elemental. We can shock in Kroxa and then also get the Kroxa back. So we'll try that. This plays around Cling. Doesn't play around other things, but plays around Cling. Taking out the Boil seems reasonable in a completely unknown meta. Agreed. My opponent Mana Leaks us. We'll allow that to resolve. We will now attempt a Kroxa from the yard. We basically got the discard. My opponent's funny like that. Okay, Kroxa coming back here. Have another counter. Technically, we'll get 2 discards here. Oh, the answer is yes. The answer is yes, and then they'll gain 3 because they're going to cling away the Kroxa probably. They're going to Cryptic Command this, counter, and draw. They're fetching here. Depending on what they fetch, River of Tears will make black. They just need to be careful about that. Oh no, it could make blue. Add if you played a land this... Oh, play a land, sorry, not land ETB. River of Tears is always a fun one to try to remember what's going on with it. So they counter, draw. Kroxa is now in the bin. They attack for 2. This puts us to 6. I assume they're going to cling the Kroxa away, but who knows? Would that not be the obvious thing to do here? 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. That's black as well. That's cling mana. I mean, if they eat the Kroxa, they already have 5 mana. But I don't really see why not, right? Just deciding what they want to not have for Snapcaster. Do I watch Jeopardy? My wife watches Jeopardy. Not recently, Last God. We actually started at the beginning of the whole pandemic thing. You've been binging it on Netflix? I didn't even know it was on Netflix. I'll make a suggestion to my wife. We do like watching it. All right, so we can either... I kind of want to put Tergrid down. I know that if we do that, we can start making them sacrifice and other things. Let's try to get Tergrid down here. This plays around a Force, which is kind of nice. Not around Cryptic or Mana Leak. Not that the other side was going to do that either. So I was thinking a Land and Magic Gathering, an English rock group from the 80s. River of Tears for Fears. Huh. I'm gonna hold back my elementals for now. We're just gonna scry here. It's probably pretty good. Where do these scries go? Bottom and top. I don't like the top one. Newcastle. 2 unknowns. Fatal Push does not get rid of Tergrid, so that's a good thing for us. Maybe they're just now realizing that. Attacks with Snapcaster. I guess I'll chump block. Because this still doesn't kill this. If it was Fatal Push. Damnation? Alright, Damnation. Nice. Blight Step, Rampage, Bridge. They could still drown her, yes. Already burned 2 drowns, though. I think I'm just going to pass here. Unfortunately, my opponent could cling here. And by clinging, they'll get... Oh, no, they can't cling because this... No, they could, too. Oh, they just Archmage Charm. Okay. Basic Swamp. We drew cards with the Archmage Charm. I really just want to be able to Angrass Rampage a Planeswalker here. Castles before drawing. This game's going deep. Flooded Strand and no follow-up. Land go. Simple. Land go. Go land. We going to scry another 2. We're getting buried in card advantage. Buried. They presented a Snapcaster. It feels like playing Pauper with rares. There you go. See, my opponent has a Jace. They go up here to take a look at the top of the library. The hope is they put it on the bottom. Imagine if they put Tergrid on the top. Oh, they put it on the bottom. Imagine they put Tergrid and then I Angrath Rampage the Jace and get it. land. My opponent has 1 card. We find a Liliana. All right. We'll play Liliana. We'll go up to see if we can get rid of the last card. It's an opt. Ooh. 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 Okay. What do we find? Oh, did we find a cryptic? They countered with Archmage Charm. Well, it is time for the top deck mode. Angrath, make you sacrifice a Planeswalker. Top decks, let's begin. Wouldn't be shocked about a creeping tar pit? Fair. Truth? Possible. Maybe I should be playing bridge. I don't know. 5, 6 mana. Oh my gosh, it's Frost Titan. Dang. Not Frost Titan. They're in upkeep. They're going to scry with Castle again. We have 26 cards left to blow through here. We're what, on game number 1? Oh my gosh. Scry bottom, scry top. Draws that 1 card that they oh so loved. It's a counter spell. They didn't do anything. I got a bolt. We'll pass the turn. When Prison's trying to take down... when Prison's trying to take down the control player, things get long-winded. We're scrying. Double bottom. In upkeep. Castle again? Bottom top. We like one of them. We have 2 cards we like. Using 4 mana. Plays a Jace. What do you think the probability of one of those is a blank by now? Probably not completely possible. They've checked theirs and put a card on the bottom. Draw. K command. Well, let's go ahead and attempt to return a card and make 2 damage. We'll return Tergrid and 2 damage to Jace. I can then bolt and then possibly Lantern if I wanted to. If this K command resolves. Yeah, I would guess they may have another swamp. That would be fair. Attempting to pick up the God of Fright. Drown in the Lock. Pass the turn, I suppose. I guess Jace is just their win condition here. K-Command would have gotten us close to out of this, I think, with getting the Tergrid and then having the Bolt here on the Jace and getting to play the Lantern down. I assume Jace is going up. They don't. They decide to draw. Jace is the win con, it seems like. They stuck it at 5, though, so I have another way to get rid of it with a Bolt plus something else. We also have Dreadbores and another Angrath Rampage. The Marsh Flats. We'll pass the turn. That initial uptick makes sense to get it out of bolt range. Oh, they fail to find with their Flooded Strand. Ops. Fetch, shock, bolt yourself. Why would I do that when I have like Angrath Rampage, Dreadbores, more Tergrids, more Chandras, a Croxa that I'm still looking for? I have a lot of things. Seasoned Pyromancer makes tokens, makes it interesting. It's not like they're doing direct damage to me. Look, 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 there it is. Sacrifice a planeswalker, please, opponent. Let's see if they have a counterspell. Probability of counterspell, 3,000%. I am playing some of the clock, yes. We'll pass turn. But in some weird way, this Jace almost doesn't kill me fast enough just yet. Like, they need to start using up instead of the brainstorm. Clear water pathway. They still brainstorm here. Like, right now, the way I'm just collecting cards here, when they go to exile all cards, I'll still have probably enough to wear out the rest of the game. There's a Dreadbore. Let's try for it. Die, Jace, die. Die. Drowns the lock. Cool. Go ahead, opponent. Yeah, they've taken about 15 minutes to win game one. It's a long time. Meanwhile, we're having a great conversation here. There's an Archmage Charm. Kind of jokes aside here. My opponent is drawing all kinds of cards. They did double Archmage Charm there, by the way. So here we go with this kind of weird situation where they're checking the top of our library, but they only have 10 cards left, and they haven't presented, like, kind of like said earlier, a new win condition. Can I kill a Jace? Let's try again. Yeah, they eventually have to tick the Jace up. Hardcast Force of Negation. Cool. What else you got? Scry? I mean, the stuff at the bottom of the library must suck. It must suck. They've already put it down there. Hey, they're going up. They put the card on top. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just sit here and just take all these cards, and then I'll have more in my hand. Thassa's Oracle for the win? Oh my gosh, if they slap me with a Thassa's Oracle. Oh my gosh. Another Inquisition. We're just gonna hang tight here. Pass back, pass back. I might attempt a bolt here on this Jace. It's at 11 now. They have 7 cards in their library. I'm gonna have 6, then I'll have 7. They'll have less than me. Like, I just let this happen, right? Do I win by milling them out? No, I'm not gonna play anything. Go ahead, Jace. You're at 11. You're not quite on exile. They have 6 cards now. I will have 7 in my hand. Exactly. We don't have to play anything else. I'm going to hold all 7 of these cards. It's just gonna... Seasoned Pyromancer's cute. I'm not going to do that because they could counter it. I don't think I have to play another card here. Boom. Sure. Looks good. Show me a win condition, opponent. I have 7 cards, you have 5. Nope, I don't want to play that. That card's bad. That's bad for your health. Don't play Seasoned Pyromancers. Oh no, Snapcaster. Oh my gosh. Snapcaster wins the game. Oh my gosh. This is how I'm gonna die. Jeez. Oh my gosh, I scared myself. Well, they're going to have to counter my Seasoned Pyromancer. They're going to attack me down to 2, and I'm going to play Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm going to have 2 blockers. And when they counter it, I can make 2 more blockers. We're okay so far. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Seasoned Pyromancer. Super awkward because I draw more cards. No, no, I don't make tokens. Oh my gosh. No. What do you have? Get rid of a fatal push. I mean, I didn't have this. I didn't have it. I didn't have it. Block. All right, my opponent takes an absorbent amount of time and gets me with a few snapcasters near the end. Interesting. All right, I think we can beat them though. Kalitas, maybe Lily Last Hope. Collective Brutalities are possible here. Pithy Needle, Nile Spell Bombs are all kind of interesting cards. Definitely don't want bridges in this matchup. I think K-Command could be useful. Kalitas might be just too much. Lily Last Hope seems reasonable, though. Pithy Needle for sure. Name's Jace. I like the extra collective brutalities here to check the hand. Maybe Crocs or maybe K-Commands don't make sense here. Take one Bow Crusher Giant out. Try that. Yeah. I don't think I want to bring in Surgicals. I guess Surgically and a Jace would win the game, potentially, based on how my opponent was playing. All right, we're down a game. That's all right. We're 1-1 overall. We have this game to go. Got to win it. Opponent's got 9 minutes to win one game. I've got somewhere around 15, 16 minutes to win two. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, let's play first. I think I can keep this. We got an Inquisition here. We'll start with that. Work our way up to this Chandra, perhaps, and win from there. Thought Scour, Spell Snare, Snapcaster. Well then. I don't want to take a Snapcaster. I'll take a Snapcaster here. A couple Thought Scours will be interesting. I actually don't mind if they Thought Scour me. We'll see how quick my opponent does play this time around. After all, they were playing a bit slow before, but now that they're on the clock here, they might click faster. We'll see. Look at this. They're already playing faster. It matters now. Thought Scour. They Thought Scour themselves. Going over some lands. Hopefully they didn't need those. They found a Polluted Delta. Extra Chandra is nice to have. We'll see if it matters for us. Looks like they Thought Scours themselves again, going over 2 more lands. Look at how fast they're playing now. Extra island here. Are we trying to hit an Archmage Charm? They do. Oh, they don't. They don't shock in. All right, let's go ahead and attempt a Chandra here. If it resolves, great. If not, maybe next turn we'll be able to Inquisition and Chandra. So they Mana Leak. We have Spell Snare, Cling, Swamp, and 3 unknown cards. New Watery Grave, they do not shock this in. We're looking for a land on our side. We do find it. Good, 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 good. Let's go ahead and check, see what's going on. Spell Snare, Cling, Swamp. Oh my gosh, there's a Surgical. Fatal Push, Cling. Spell Snare, Surgical. At this point, I might take the Spell Snare. Only because if they get Jace, my only answer to it is Dreadbore. Surgical's scary, but I only have a Chandra and an Inquisition. How am I doing with Simian Spirit Guide Band? I'm doing alright. I'm going to take the Spell Snare. I'm not so afraid of a Surgical, even though it could get, say, Croxa. This feels fine to do this. They Cling to Dust the other one. I guess that was a way that they could have gotten through this. It would have been dangerous. Go up, go over Marsh Flats, and pass the turn. Alright, we'll see if they have a way to interact with this Chandra. No immediate way, it seems. Ooh. Let's go up first. Ooh, Spellbomb's kind of nice. Actually, let's play Spellbomb, and we'll play the backside of the God of Fright here. Spellbomb might get them because the Spellbomb interacts with the graveyards. They might fire off Surgical here. They do not. Okay. Let's try to get the Lantern down. Do we have a counter yet? Kind of nice to have the Spellbomb resolve. Snapcaster, Mana Leak. I could have fired off Spellbomb. Let's not worry about that. Because when they use the Surgical, then I'll use Spellbomb. Because I want to save Tergrid here. I don't need a draw. I've got plenty of ways to remove this. This saves our Tergrid for a future time. Burns a Surgical, burns a Mana Leak, and we have a Snapcaster, which I can deal with. They have a Fatal Push and an Unknown card. I like this. Plays a Castle here. We have Fatal Push. They're worried about our Chandra, obviously. Extra Bolt here. Let's go up first. There's a Dreadbore. Let's go ahead and see if we can burn that on the Snapcaster and keep a pair of bolts around for the future. You can't even Mana Leak it. Sorry. Let it resolve. Let it off the table here. Goodbye, Snapcaster. My opponent might want to be considering if they can even win this game. We'll just take it nice and slow here, getting into beating them. I feel confident we could. Bottom's 2 cards here. We'll hold all of our cards. We like all of our cards. Marsh Flats. Let's go ahead and use this real quick. And top of the library is a new Tergrid. Let's try to cast the Lantern Sign once again. We're doing the Lantern Sign again because this can burn them for 3. We're scrying. My opponent's putting up the good fight, and they do concede. All right. 6 minutes on their clock to win. Wow, that's a lot of bolts. I kind of want to bring the Bone Crusher back in, just because we're going to be on the draw now. We need to just make sure we don't lose to basically Snapcasters, probably. Let's play in a way that we're going to try to beat Snapcaster and Jace. So Inquisition, Thoughtseize, Surgical to work with that, and then Bone Crushers, Angrass, Dreadbores, Lightning Bolts to deal with Snapcaster. Let's go ahead and submit. A little bit of a different sideboarding because of time and what we need to keep them from killing us with. What does the Lantern side do? It's a good question. So you tap it, target player loses 3 life unless they sack a non-land permanent or they discard a card. And then you can pay 3 and a black and untap it and do it again. Opponent's choice. But basically, you can bolt them every turn, possibly. All right, this hand does not get us there. Let's mulligan this. We need a little more than just the single there. This looks good. Let's do... Let's do it like this. I'll take 2 Marsh Flats, or Marsh Flats Bloodstain Mire to fuel up Kroxa here. It's a good find as well. The Inquisition is nice. It is pretty good in a prison style list. It certainly is. All right, Inquisition, my opponent. We have Snap, Force, Cling. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Snapcaster. As it is a win condition, we can Collective Brutality away the Force or the Cling next. We'll go from there. Drown in the Lock. Nice. Let's go ahead and just make them reveal a card here. We have a Force and a Cling. We also have another Snapcaster. Let's go ahead and take the Force away and pass the turn. We now have the ability to Thoughtseize and Dreadbore the Snapcaster Mage here if we want. Opponent clings to dust the Collective Brutality, drawing a card. 6 minutes for our opponent to kill us. We'll see if they can do it. All right, let's lead with Thoughtseize here, only because we'll see what they want to do with this Snapcaster. Flashing the Snapcaster in is fine with us. They'll use it on Cling. They'll wait to Cling, obviously. Bunch of lands here. We'll say okay to that. We're going to go ahead and fetch and probably shock, so I have a future Kroxa. And we'll go ahead and Dreadbore this away. Again, we're playing in such a style as to try to prevent them from killing us. 3 lands and a draw with a Cling to dust here. The Dreadbore would be nice in case they top deck Chase. We'll hope they just don't do that. We'll go ahead and Kroxa here and pass turn. This is a discard. They've lost their Cling as well because they Snapcastered it, which is good for us. Discard Kroxa. I'm imagining like Watery Grave or River of Tears. There goes the River of Tears. 3 cards. Watery Grave is played. 3 cards. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize, followed by Kroxa here. We're gonna counter? Counter draw? Counter draw. We'll bring down another Kroxa here. Pass the turn. I'd love another land here. If I can get another land, I can get a Kroxa down. I don't know. This feels like it's flowing nicely. We'll see what happens here, though. Opponent opts here. 1 card and plus top or bottom. They could definitely win here. They put the card on top and they keep it. They draw it. I don't really understand why it's giving me the option to cast Kroxa when I don't have the lands, but hey, you know, it's what it's doing. 3-mana Archmage Charm, draw 2 cards. Plays a Brazen Borrower. Okay. It's pretty good. Wonder if they have a counter for my Dreadbore. There's a Jace as well. brainstorms here. I have to like kill the Jace, but I also have to kill the Brazen Borrower now. A Bolt would be nice. Okay, Pithy Needle's pretty good as well. See if they have a counter. If they don't, you get the name Jace here. Thought Scours. Goes over Lightning Bolt and a Seasoned Pyromancer for us. Top of the library they find a Drown in the Lock. All right, well, I don't think I can beat repeated Jace here, so let's get rid of the Jace with the idea I'm gonna top deck a land here for this Chandra. Gotta top deck the land for the Chandra, so the Brazen Borrower's gone. We'll see if we get lucky. We do not. Attempt to Thoughtseize the card away. I'm gonna lose here after my opponent took so much. Fatal Push. Interesting. Going to 1. Trying to clear a counter spell they might have. There's 1 Cling. They get to draw, or no, they gain life here. They attack for 3. I need a Bolt, K-Command, Ingress, non-shock land. Basic. Be nice to hit our 4th land. If we didn't do the Thoughtseize, we would have been able to play the Chandra here. The Chandra downticks and kills this. I don't know because I don't play prelims. All right. So our opponent takes us down here. There's our Bolt. Our Bolt's right underneath it. And if I don't Thoughtseize, I risk them having a counter spell. But then we get to Chandra, I guess. This night has been difficult. It's been difficult. 1-2, let's go. Yeah, I've never played a prelim before though, so I don't know. Valid A, take care. Have a good one. Have a good one. We need to like reset this week. We've had so many losses. We're just drowning in losses. Need some W's. Is it a meta thing? I don't want to make an excuse for it being a meta thing, but it definitely is a little bit of that. And by that, I mean targeting or you might play a list that you're like, all right, we've seen all this kind of mid-range stuff, a little bit of control. Let's play this that can beat bigger creatures and deal with planeswalkers. And then you run into 4 or 5 times with aggro. And then the next time you try to beat an aggro list, you'll run into a bunch of control. And so that's making it difficult because what you play against could be all kinds of stuff. So there is that is happening. All right, this hand's all right. Can start with the Swamp. Cairns, maybe have Bone Crusher or Angrath's Rampage. I think this is a great example as like, we've seen some little creatures, so this could be really good against the little creatures. It could also be really bad against a control matchup. It's tough to say. Pretty tough to say, Last God. All right, this is interesting because this is reasonable against Tron. It's getting better with the Dreadbore. Luckily, we have an Angrath's Rampage. I'm sure my opponent's not expecting this one. We'll make them sacrifice that map. Didn't expect that one, did you, opponents? I know. So confusing. Oh, they have another map. Oh, and they have a star. Alright, well, I suppose we can play Liliana and work up to this. Let's get rid of a Bone Crusher Giant. I like the idea of Seasoned Pyromancer or Dreadbore. I'm going to hold those, and I want to try to get Tergrid going as well. Because Tergrid, making them discard and then getting the permanent could be super nice. Alright, Expedition map doing its thing. Going and getting a tower. My opponent has 3 mana this turn. Stars. Draws a card, makes green mana. Has a relic. That's pretty good. Uses relic to draw a card as well. Floating green. Okay. Let's go ahead and Inquisition, see what's going on. Great. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Karn, and the Great Creator Karn. They get rid of their power plants. 7 mana, Big Karn. Gets rid of Liliana, perhaps? They do. Okay. I can Dreadbore the Karn away. 1 Karn down. Incoming Karn number 2. Plays a land. We have Karn the Great Creator next. I think we're dead. We'll play a Bone Crusher Giant and pass back. I think Karn's just gonna get us here. This is league number 2, Corey. That being said, we're getting kind of smashed a whole bunch tonight. We've taken a beating. I don't think I can win here. We have an active Karn. We have Karn the Great Creator. Karn is rude. I think we can concede this. This is too much for us to deal with. So, Abrades don't seem so bad. Damping Sphere is our card for this matchup. Pithing Needle could be useful. Maybe Surgicals. Bridges definitely can be taken out. I'm gonna take these Bone Crusher Giants out, and I'm gonna bring 1 Surgical in. That's why you play Tron's Karn versus them. Damnation? What would Damnation be hitting? Just the weird creatures that they play? Alright. Let's see if they keep 7. Maybe Angrass Rampage can get another map here for us. Goes down to 6. Goes down to 5. You know what might be good in this meta? Maybe a green Stompy might for a little bit. People won't expect it. All right, Marsh Flats and go, opponent. Urza's Power Plant and has a star. This does make green mana for them. I think I do want to get rid of this. I know this is aggressive, but this is sort of why we're playing the Angrass Rampage as well. Dealing with artifacts so they don't get their green mana. They get an extra draw, but that green mana is gotta be important for them. New star. Dang it. Dang it. Alright. Let's play Lily. Oops, Lily. See if we can make them discard a whole bunch of cards. Maybe they won't have anything left to play. You know, it's a good and fixed meta when you see Tron again. This is true. We're enjoying seeing some Tron once again. This is more than likely a Sylvan Scrying, and more than likely than they have Tron. They happen to get 2 mana this time around instead of the 3. They play a Sphere here. They may pop it immediately, and they do. 4 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards, 3 cards, all the way up. Gosh, it's another Karn. All right, well, I have an answer to Karn, I suppose. Let's play Chandra. Uptick for damage. Oh, that would have been nice. Let's uptick here, and I'm going to get rid of Liliana. We're going to hold Angrath's Rampage here, hoping that it's good enough to kill this Karn. They're going to choose between Liliana or Chandra probably to get rid of. My opponent did mulligan quite a bit, so maybe they've run out of gas now. They take Chandra. Or sorry, they take Liliana. They play a land. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Nothing else? Nothing else. Good, good, good. All right. Up with Chandra first. We hit a Seasoned Pyromancer. No guarantee I would find the X land. I'm going to have to let that go. We're going to make them sacrifice a Planeswalker and hope the last 2 cards are not completely busted. They didn't play a card, so they're not cantrip, map, stars, and spheres. So it may just be a follow-up Planeswalker. Land. Man, we have a lot of mana. It's another Karn. Oh, back-to-back Karns. Both games. Both games. And a map. All right, we'll go ahead and play our mountain down. We do have the ability to get Seasoned Pyromancer, I guess. Tokens. Opponent gets a Sanctum of Ugin. Plays a star. Sanctum of Ugin and star currently. Uses this to draw, making green. Will do, Corey. Will do. Thragtusk. Let's shoot Thragtusk once. Thragtusk's a good one. I don't know how I'm coming back here. What's up, Fire Shoes? It's a cool name. You're home for the night? Nice. We can play Kroxa, do 3. I'll get to replay Kroxa next turn, but they'll just get to Karn downtick on it. I'll need a Dreadbore or Angrath's Rampage here to get rid of this Karn. They're going to eat a land here, probably. There goes a Dragon Skull Summit. Attacks me for 3, down to 12. 18 to 12. We have a Worm Coil. Now I'm seeing why that person said Inquisition or Damnation. I can play Kroxa. They exile it, hit me for 9, put me to 3. And then I don't have much else. Just concede. All right, looks like we got one more here. Tonight's been rough. It's been rough. Let's look at this. The Rock List with Hex Drinker and Dark Confidant. Whoa, scavenging news. Yeah, looks very rock-like. We've looked at this a few times, haven't we, Corey? I mean, I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be tough to decide. It's going to be tough to decide what to do right now. You were the one that said damnation. I mean, I guess they would have had two. They would have had two tokens. It's a revised list. I mean, it's hard for me to critique Rock. Rock's just kind of solid. It does its thing. You have the Dark Confident and Hex Drinkers. I like the Triome in here because you have EE as well. And EE with Lurrus is super nice as well. I like it. It's solid. Solid list. Single land. Let's mulligan this. All right. All right, list. I hear you. You don't want to give me more than one land. Fine. Well, we're going to Thoughtseize my opponent to death. You maybe could do that because you have several 3-drops. If you're finding that you're getting bolted off, you can maybe do that. I don't know. It's tough to say because sometimes Hex Drinker is going to be great. Sometimes Dark Confidant is going to be great. Probably. All right, let's Inquisition. I think you should probably stick with the 4 Dark Confidants for now. There's no guarantee that it's going to be great the other way around. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm going to take the Expedition map. I know they have a lot of counter magic there. We're against Blutron now. Yeah, if you want to see Bob on turn 2, I would keep with the list that you have then. Island. I'll take a land, please. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and Inquisition and Thoughtseize. Taking a lot to do all of this. I'm going to take the 2 counter spells here. And that way I have Liliana or I have Angrass Rampage. My opponent has a Walking Ballista, and that is it. Feels good. All right, we've stolen everything. I need to hit another land. We'll see if we get lucky or not. My opponent plays a Talisman. We do hit that land. I'm going to play the Liliana, but not actually tick her up here. This is kind of interesting to not tick up. I want them to play the Walking Ballista. And then I Angrass Rampage it and get to tick up. That's the plan. You'll have to see how often the Triomes matter, because you have a decent set of 1-drop things that you want to be doing. The Engineered Explosives may be questionable. It's tough to say. Tower was the draw. My opponent's going to play a Walking Ballista on 2 here. We're going to Angrass Rampage and make them discard. Cool. It's working out for us. Having a land here is perfect as well. I'm going to make them sacrifice a creature, not artifact. They will have a Blast Zone here. So Blast Zone can deal with the Liliana. Just fetch now. Yep. Let me fetch. Thank you. Tap. Angrass Rampage doesn't do anything. Uptick with the Liliana. Pass the turn. So this Blast Zone's going to show up. And in 2 turns here, they're going to be able to use the Blast Zone on Liliana. Plays the blast zone down. I think this island's gone too. This is not a bad draw here. We'll play Seasoned Pyromancer. Draw 2 cards, use Liliana. I like this. I like this. Okay. We're going to hold the other land in case I draw something that I'd like to kind of hang on to. My opponent can Seasoned Pyromancer and Liliana kill with their Blast Zone, so they get to do this. They don't get to play anything, though, when they do that. Okay, they get a Talisman down, a set of Talismans, and then they have Blast Zone active here. So they get to kill Liliana. She's good. Let's attack with Seasoned Pyromancer here. I don't have to activate Liliana. All right, let's go ahead and play a Chandra. What's interesting is by playing the Chandra here, now they have the choice of going Blast Zone up to 4 or Liliana. We'll go ahead and activate and activate. Go ahead, opponent. Which would you like to deal with? Do you want to deal with this Liliana and Seasoned Pyromancer? Or do you want to up to kill Chandra next turn? These are tough decisions. All right, they kill Seasoned Pyromancer and Liliana. Chandra is at 5, though. This could kill them. Plays a land. We get a Seasoned Pyromancer. I like it. Play new Seasoned Pyromancer. Get a land here. Let's go up for mana. I'm going to do this so I can get the other Seasoned Pyromancer down here as well. And that way I have plenty of creatures on the battlefield for protecting Chandra, but also starting to attack them. Thoughtseize. Let's check what they kept in hand. Could be a counter. Remands. We'll do this again. Ooh, Ugin. Bye-bye. Uptick with the Chandra here up to 7. Dreadborough is a no-go. Attack for 4 past turn. Nice. There we go. Got him to 10. 10 with a Chandra emblem on its way. Did we take down Blue Tron? Maybe. Emblem. Attack with the team. And Chandra. 10 all, but the Chandra plus attacking with the team puts them to 1. Nice. All right, can we win? Can we win? All right, we're gonna get rid of the bridges again. Pithing Needle's probably okay. I really want to get the Tergrid down and get to do like the discard that we really want to be doing. Just not seeming to come together or making them sacrifice. Tergrid's almost too far up on the scale for the most part. But we'll run it one more time here. See what we can do. In honor of Tergrid, let's Inquisition and not play anything until turn 5. Let's go. We'll keep. My opponent kept 7 as well. Tower. No follow-up. Turn 5 feels alive. Exactly. We're right on track. No problem here. None whatsoever. Why didn't they play a map? Do you want to know why they didn't play a map? They don't need to. They have Tron. Why play a map when you have Tron? That's silly. All right, can we beat a worm coil engine? I don't know. I'm not sure we can. We'll try. Oh my gosh, so many lands. We'll play Seasoned Pyromancer here, getting rid of Verdant Catacomb. And Verdant Catacomb, drawing new things. Bolt. Okay, so my opponent's got a bajillion mana here. Just playing Tron, natural Tron things. Plays that Power Plant. It's not one of the cards we knew about. It's a lot of mana. Just a 4/4 Walking Ballista. Looks like it's a 4/4 Walking Ballista based on my opponent having trouble getting this all situated here. Shoot. Seasoned Pyromancer twice. Hit us for 6. That's what they're gonna do. I'm going to 11. What? What? What just... What? 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 I'm just gonna concede. I'm not sure playing a lantern saves us at all anyway. Alright. I'm just gonna send it back. Tonight has been the night of the 1/4. Let's see if we can break the curse right here. Let's play first. Let's mulligan this. Let's look aggressively for that Damping Sphere. I guess I'll take a Thoughtseize. I'll take this instead. We'll keep. We'll ditch a Lightning Bolt here. Thoughtseize, maybe Rampage. Got the Seasoned Pyromancer coming as well. Looks pretty okay. We'll see. Blood Crypt here. Thoughtseize to lead things off. We have a Thirst. We have a Talisman. I don't really have anything else after that. Let's take this Thirst. Get out of here. My opponent doesn't have anything. It's not scary over there. It's not scary. Island and no follow-up. Let's go ahead and fetch for another Blood Crypt here and pass the turn. Go ahead. Urza's Tower was one of the draws. They don't do anything, though, here. It's kind of got me a little bit worried. Blood Crypt here. Let's see if we can get a Seasoned Pyromancer down. Ditching Lightning Bolt plus Marsh Flats. They might have a counter here. They do. It was a remand. Okay. Remanded. Now what? Palace in the Clouds. Talisman. Ooh, plays a map. They can actually pop this so that Rampage doesn't do a lot here. Ooh. I think I want to try to just play the Lantern here. I know it seems a little odd to play the Lantern side here, but the Angrass Rampage is probably going to have to be for a Planeswalker, would be my guess. As it seems MTGO is doing well, do you think it'll affect paper prices? No. It hasn't for the last... It hasn't for the last forever. So I wouldn't think so. Like, people playing lists online, they do fluctuate the prices, but it's not going to suddenly, like, spike them or anything. Power plants. They'll have a talisman that they could sacrifice. And play the talisman now. I mean, I guess I could Angrass Rampage that. Oh, now I can just abrade it. Let's start with the talisman, see what they want to do. They discard an island. Alright, because they discarded an island here, I think I want to go ahead and do a Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of Bolt, and maybe this Abrade, holding on to the Rampage. Rampage is for a Planeswalker, as mentioned previously. This looks pretty decent. Let's go ahead and Inquisition, see what else there is over there. There's a whole lot of nothing. Okay, we could win this. We could win this. Power Plant Field Academy Ruins. Academy Ruins is played. Okay. I can get a map. Map gives them Tron. Tron very scared. Alright. Let's see if they want to do anything here. Damping Sphere is not bad to see here, for sure, especially if they're about to get maybe map. They decide to take the 3. Attack for 4. Damping Sphere? Come on, resolve. They have one unknown card. Surely this makes it, does it? Come on! Let it ride! Ooh. It's down. It's down. Okay, what does that mean? Now I'm kind of panicking. Blast Zone, okay. Alright. Seasoned Pyromancer again. Let's use Lantern. I get a Field of Ruin gone. We attack for 4. We have an Urza's Power Plant and an unknown card. Let's play Liliana Uptick and pass the turn. Liliana Uptick, Seasoned Pyromancer to the bin, Angrass Rampage in case they find a Planeswalker. They want to get rid of the Sphere. I know that. They don't have a mine yet. Putting Blast Zone up to something. It looks like they're going to just toss it up to 3. Which is totally fine. Doesn't kill the couple of tokens that we have. And it won't kill the Lantern either. Oh, they had a Condescend. But we can pay for it. We can pay for the 1. That's big. That's big. They have to top deck something here. They do get a Scry too. Oh gosh, they put both on top. Help. Help. Discard the last cards here. Yeah, we can get stuff from the discarded pyro, but we have 2 activations of the lantern here too. Ooh, a worm coil. So we just win? We win. No, they have to sacrifice. So we rampage the worm coil, sacrifice a creature. I don't think there's a real reason to do Lily up here. They're gonna lose this. I then make them lose a creature here. And then lantern them. Yeah, I can't quite get rid of the lifelinking one. No, sacrifice the artifact, and they just sacrifice talisman. They can choose to sacrifice this talisman here with the lantern and not take any damage. They're gonna blow up things here with the blast zone. This one's a lot closer than it should be. Well, I say it should be. It should probably be very close. They take the damage. We're going to play the Bloodstained Mire down past the turn. Blast Zone's going to get rid of a Seasoned Pyromancer and Liliana here. But then we can do a double activation of the Lantern. They can sacrifice Talisman and discard. I don't know. This is going to be tough here. Too bad I don't have a Fatal Push. I could Fatal Push my Elemental that has to block the worm and we'd be good probably. They have to use Blast Zone here. Okay. No real reason for us to block with Elementals now because we'll just lose them. They're gaining 3 either way. It's Tergrid's Lantern. What's up, KO Diamonds? What up, Diamonds? What up? What does the card do? Does things. Zavaros, what's up? 33 months. There's a Dreadbore. Oh my gosh, what a raid. What a raid. All right. Let's do this. What up? How's it going? I'm up late, bro? Yeah, I'm getting hammered. That's what's happening to us. Four, 5, 6. Oh. Dang, you got a 4-1? You said you didn't drink? What? So they're gonna put a worm coil on top. I think I kill here and attack for 2 and then double lantern and see what happens. Oh, I said I was getting hammered. As the person doesn't drink, he doesn't follow such lingo. This puts them to 4. Academy runes puts worm coil on top. This deals 1 damage to them, putting them to 3. Double activation of lantern. forces them to sacrifice Talisman, sacrifice Worm Coil. They can gain 3 after that. Oh no, they don't take a damage because this isn't making colors. So activation here. They can just sacrifice something. They sacrifice Worm Coil Engine. Player land and plan to do Season Pyromancer? Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. I need to kill the life linking one. O-Kings, I won't know until I receive my bill. I hope not. Could really use a Kroxa. That would be a fantastic card. That'd be fantastic right now. I'd even take ways to get rid of their creatures here. They're debating whether they want to use Academy Runes to put something on top. I don't know if they should or not. KO, yes I am. It's been a very frosty week. I'm doing all right. What'd they put on top? Expedition map. Okay. This doesn't really gain them too much here because of the damping sphere. Looks like I'm gonna have to take 3. Urza's mine. They play it. It's still only 1. They begin combat. I'm gonna Season Pyromancer. Blocky time. Block, block, block. Come on, we can win this. We can win this. I'm gonna trade out here, I think. Because this kills this. Yeah, they go up to 7. We're gonna probably go to 6 here because I'm gonna fetch. But this is looking okay. We can double use Lantern possibly. I can use Academy Runes to put the Worm Coil back on top. But that's okay. Alright, where's Kroxa? That's not a Kroxa. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Alright, let's use Lantern here. They may sacrifice this Talisman finally. They may sacrifice the Worm. We are flooding. We'll go ahead and untap the Lantern. If we have 1 more mana, we'll be able to do this 3 times a turn. So we do this. We'll pass the turn. We can defend the Worm Coil, or the Worm. We'll see if my opponent wants to sacrifice anything. Down to 1 they go. Okay. Wish I could do 1 damage to you. Okay. Gonna just take a natural draw off the top. Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. But they don't realize, do they? What are you gonna put on top, you silly opponent? Worm Coil Engine. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't cast it. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. They're like, whoa, 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 hold up. What just happened? And they concede 2-3. What a victory. What a victory. Magic Online's broken now. What were we going to draw? I need to know. Ooh, a braid. Ooh, a braid. A braid, a worm token here. Activate this. They sacrifice here. Activate again. They have to ditch the Worm Coil. And then maybe the next turn we were going to be good. Actually, the abrade's really good there. Oh, there's a bolt. That's all we needed, a bolt. I'm asking for all these things. 2-3. Tergrid's Rakdos prison here in Modern. That was a solid 2-3. Oh, it's been an up and down battle today. 1-4 initially and now a 2-3. Been on the downward slope here, playing some of these red and black lists, not getting too many victories. That's all right, though. It is what it is, and this is what we ended up playing. They were supposed to get Wormcoil back instead of the map. They ended up getting the map thinking they'd have more mana, but we had the Damping Sphere in play, which stopped that. And I guess they just haven't played against Damping Sphere much. We snagged one away from Tron, though, and I'm happy about doing that. Not bad. I still think there's something here, but it probably needs a lot more tweaking. Just things to think about for your Rakdos prison, folks.